Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Hey everybody, it's Liam and Big Al, and we're here at the home ground of the Badcast.
It does feel like home every time we're here at the Ellie. It does feel like home. It's like, I don't know, it's like the Crows playing home ground with 15,000 less fans.
Many less fans. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to most people, I'm sure. But there is about 1,000 beers on tap here, and I'm trying one. I don't even know what it's called.
Oh, that was called the White Rabbit Dark Ale.
White Rabbit Dark.
Yes.
Okay.
Very fucking confusing.
It's the top deck of beers.
Yeah. Well, the white bit's the head.
Yeah. It's...
But it's very dark, is it? But I bet it's smooth, isn't it?
It's smooth and tasty, my brother.
Yep.
Smooth and tasty.
I'm going the West End. Pint of this liquid gold.
West End, everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
And because let me just say, first of all,
yes,
there is a looming spectre upon us this whole episode right now.
Wow, what's going on?
There's something that's going to happen at the end of this episode, and it's looking down upon us like an evil demon phantom.
I'm actually a bit nervous about it. I'm already having heart palpitations, to be
honest.
We
are going to, like we said we were going to do, we've actually followed through with one. High five, Big Al.
Let's tick this one off. We
have said we're going to do it, and we're about to do the chili challenge here at the Elephant British Pub. They often have food adventures here. You can come here and like take on some. You got to do it in a certain time. Some time ago, Andy Martin and yourself, Big Al, competed right here at the Elephant, smashing down a nice long.
Or something?
It was a big dog, and you guys just took that down your throat like champions.
And Andy beat me.
He did beat you. He did beat you. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So, hey, look, just because you're the fattest doesn't mean you're the good one out of it. You know what I mean?
Well, I think
skinny people fucking eat.
They do. They need to eat as well.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they die.
And the thing is because I haven't eaten since last Tuesday, where I've already fucking had 3 meals under my belt.
You're at a disadvantage.
Exactly.
Well, so this is why I've got an advantage over you this time, Biggie, because I caught an and the dude stunk so fucking bad that my nostrils are burnt out, so I'm hoping that I can't taste shit tonight. Because I've been tasting shit the whole ride here.
Yeah.
He even knew he stunk, right? He had the fucking window on my side. It's cold here in Adelaide, right?
Oh, it's fucking freezing.
You don't have the window down when you're driving, really, in this kind of weather, right?
No, you don't.
So he had my window down because he knew he fucking stunk, but I realised how bad the stench was as well.
Oh, God.
So at least I could, like a dog, have my head out the side of the window as we're riding along in the Uber.
Do you give them correct stars or are you one that feels bad and goes, okay, I'm just giving the fucker 5?
No, for the most part, I don't give the fuckers any credit.
I don't do a rating?
I don't do a rating unless they really pissed me off. Then they get probably a 1.
Oh, right.
But if they're really good, if you're not exceptionally good or bad, you don't get a rating from me.
Oh, you're like a detractor.
I figure, unless you really rocked my world, you're not getting a star from me, dog.
Okay, fantastic. So, but I give 5 stars, and give comments and compliments, all that sort of stuff. Seriously, I reckon and I'd catch all the time, right? And I reckon I've only had 5% where they've been really shit.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So now I've actually started going, nah, go fuck right? And I'll just
because that should be an extra add-on, right?
2 or
you should be able to press an extra button, and that's an extra service.
Polish my balls.
It's
but yeah, it's one of those things where little things like drive up to the driveway. Don't make me cross the road. I've called an Uber because I don't have all my sensors with me.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm on a busy road. No one wants to die out the front.
No.
Because it's one of those things that your family members are constantly just getting no one needs flowers on this stovey pole right where you fucking live.
No, exactly. Because then you think, you'll be looking at them going, I better maintain them. Oh, This is actually pretty fucked up.
But at the same time, it's... the wifey, I suppose, without me, would get flowers occasionally. It's
tough time.
No one needs that. So just drive in the fucking car park, in the driveway. That's what it's designed for.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, it's not going to
a gentleman.
But some have been awesome. I'm not a massive chatty kind of person. Even in a cab or anything. So
yeah. Well, do you like? So will a little breath mint at the end of your ride, increase the score, or a bottle of water or something?
No, because it better be at the start. Because if it's at the end, it's like, fuck, I've obviously had bad breath the whole time. There goes my fucking rating.
There you go. They can give you ratings as well, can't they?
Yeah, they can.
Do they give you ratings? I've never checked.
Let's have a quick look now.
Let's check our fucking Uber ratings.
Okay.
What we are. All right.
Okay. Whoever is the
What's
highest.
the bet? Well, who's better than? Who's better?
I'm going to go. I reckon I'm a 4.8.
4.8 out of 5. Okay.
Whoever has got the highest wins. And
and what happens to the loser?
The loser
has to scull their beer.
Have to scull the beer.
Fuck.
Done.
I've got a dark ale and you get a West End.
And buy the
next round. Oh, so whoever gets the highest rate, who has the highest
rating wins.
Might be time for a drinks break.
Yep.
Learn stand-up comedy this June 4 to 8 in Adelaide with legendary comedian Glenn Nicholas. The School of Hard Knock Knocks is coming to the Archer in North Adelaide, and Glenn will be leading comedy students through a step-by-step approach to creating, writing and performing original comedy. This is ideal for comedians of the future or bucket list tickers. Check out www.schoolofhardknockknocks.com and book your spot today.
Now back to the boys.
It's on the front screen. I've dropped a bit, to be honest. Fuck you.
4.97.
What?
4.97, motherfucker. Who were the motherfuckers that took a little bit off for me?
4.85.
Well, you're not bad either. Nah,
I was on 4.9. Which one of you?
Look,
I'm fucking going through them.
Look, scull the beer.
Okay.
And buy me a beer.
Here we go.
And Big L is sculling this delicious nectar of the western suburbs of Adelaide.
Oh my God!
If you're ever here in Adelaide, you can see the West End Brewery.
Yes.
On the top of Port Road. There, it's quite a tourist attraction.
Okay, well, I reckon it was that last fucker, so I'm giving him a 3.
Well, I reckon the guy gave me an extra bonus point because he could see my eyes were watering, but I didn't give him a shit score.
Fucking hell, that's a really good fucking score.
Well, look, mate.
4.97, mate. I'm pissed. I am nothing but a fucking... The only time that I've probably been a bad person was the first time we got... Right? That's where
Which obviously never happened.
No, that's right. Yes, yeah. I got hit in the head with a rock. That's what I meant. And I was a bit delusional on the ride home, and I still actually don't know how I even got... Anyway, it wasn't until it went, you need to rate your driver. I went, that's how it happened.
Yeah, well, when was just out of interest, when was the last time you smashed your head really hard, embarrassingly?
Mate, years ago, and I've actually... I reckon I've actually fractured my skull. I know it's really weird, right? It is really weird, but I have a fucking dent in my head.
Oh yeah, let me have a feel of that. Let me have a feel of that melon. Oh yeah, that's fucking weird.
It's a fucking line.
Yeah.
It's a fucking dented line.
Yep.
In my fucking head. And I was at the King's Head, and I slipped up on someone's fucking piss. Heading towards the urinal.
You slipped in piss?
Yeah, and my fucking beer went everywhere, and I remember it fucking caning, ears are ringing, the whole works.
Really?
It was fucked. I had a bit of a gash.
And you were covered in piss?
Covered in someone's fucking piss, and I had to go home. Had to call Dad, actually.
Do you know, I've got a story like that as well, but it happened today.
Did you?
Dude, I went into one of the companies of mobile phone retailers here in town. And I was changing over phone companies, right? They got some fancy new deal with one of the new companies.
Yep.
So I said, no worries at all. And like a cool dude that I am, I walked right up there. And I asked them for some information, and they told me. And then I said, all right, I'll take that deal. And so they said, well, just go and sit down there and you just wait a couple of minutes and we'll be over there to take care of you. Now, there was a few people sitting around. It was a very quiet, it's a phone store, right?
Yeah.
People are just discussing things.
They're on their phones.
They're quietly discussing their phone plans or looking at items, etc. And so I sat down just trying to, just keeping it real. And they had a bunch of kind of desks, I guess, where they sign you onto the stuff with big glass dividers in between.
Yeah.
And I just kind of... there was a kind of let's just say a larger person in the next one over.
Yep.
So I pushed my chair a little bit over and sat down and smacked the shit out of the side of my head on the glass divider sideways. So it was like a pane of glass sideways to the head. and it was really fucking loud, and everybody in the store fucking looked at me, and I was not going to say. All I could say was, "Fuck!" It really hurt. I felt like my brain got pushed to the other side a little bit.
And I reckon I know what phone company, because did it hurt? And you went, yes.
Who knows? Hey, Biggie, you owe me a fucking beer,
I
so
do.
it might be time for a drinks break.
Yep, sounds good.
And after the break, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing on the weekend.
Oh, mate, I can't wait. Fucking, it's got to be headbanging.
Elemental is coming to the Elephant.
People sing around.
With bass, drums, keys, dance and R&B, Elemental is not what you'd expect.
I feel just like a rock star.
Support live music in the East End and tell your friends. Getting jiggy with it. Beat the crowd and get to the Elephant British Pub, One Cinema Place Adelaide, launching Saturday, May 26th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bring it. Always good times at the Ellie.
Now back to the boys.
Yeah. Wombats.
Oh, they are delightful, aren't they? Totally can fuck a car, to be honest.
Wombat, yeah, fucking A.
Yeah, they talk about, kangaroos and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But wombats are actually worse than a kangaroo. Will actually go through your windscreen. But a wombat will totally fuck the carriage of your car.
Yeah, and in fact, even more than that, I've been out to the deep woods, deep bush, I should say, in Australian style, and the wombats will actually, because a lot of the time when you're out real scrub, the dirt roads, they'll actually churn up the road to make a road. So the wombats like it because it's easier to dig in because it doesn't have many roots and things in it.
Yeah, right.
They dig massive wombat holes underneath the roads and can, sink a big four-wheel drive into a big fuck-off wombat hole.
Right.
And you get stuck in the middle of nowhere going, you fucking wombats. Speaking of wombats and wombat beers, I've got 2 beers here, right? I just brought them up. I've had a couple of drinks here in the drinks break, and but I can't remember which beer was which. They look exactly the same.
Yeah.
One of them is a West End Draft,
Yep.
and one of them is a Wild Jack Pacific Ale, but they do look exactly the fucking same, don't they?
Actually fucking do look the same.
So how are we going to... Which one's which? You take a guess.
I reckon that one on the left is going to be the yak.
That's the Wild Yak. All right.
It's a bit lighter.
And then you reckon this is the Westie.
Oh, no, wait a sec. I'm going to change my mind. I reckon Westie's on the left because there's shitloads of fucking bubbles in that.
All right. Okay. They do look very similar, don't they?
Taste.
Is that a Westie or a Wild Yak? You got fooled by a Wild Yak. Haven't we all been there? Fooled by a Wild Yak in a nightclub or two.
Back in the day. Back in the day.
My God.
I'm quite sure. Just taste. That's Wild Yak, isn't it?
Fuck, I can't be sure. What's that one? I'm confused
Oh,
myself.
fuck. No, that's the Wild Yak.
All right.
Sorry. Yep. I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, you were totally.
I was totally right. I was
you
totally
didn't
right.
even. Oh, you were right. You were right. You were right, but you second guessed yourself.
Yeah, I did second guess myself. It's not good when you come along and just go, no, I'll have the fucking West End, thank you, and fuck the yak.
Yeah.
Tonight, thank you.
Yeah. Fuck the yak. That's the message. So, what I'm saying to you is this weekend.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm doing?
What are you going to do?
I'm collecting rocks.
You're collecting rocks. Okay, fantastic. Finally, the kicked in.
10 years ago, brother.
What are you doing with the what are you doing
All right,
with the rocks?
So what I'm doing is I'm going up to... This is the weirdest thing ever, right?
And does your wife know?
I think she does.
Yeah.
Or maybe... I'm hoping she overheard some of my crazy ramblings at midnight, in a whiskey binge.
That he's just come along and just go, yeah, I'm going to a titty bar because I don't want anyone to know I'm going off to collect fucking rocks.
Yeah. I lie about, potentially worse things to cover up the more boring secret. Yeah.
So what are you collecting rocks for, mate?
I'm doing it for Australia. So
all the fucking weirdos say that.
Yeah. No.
I'm collecting cats for Australia.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
I'm sandpapering a cricket ball for Australia.
I'm fucking your wife for Australia.
Yeah. It's... So no. So this is
fair dinkum Australian stuff.
Fair dinkum for Australia. Right. So what I'm doing is I'm collecting rocks out in the sticks, up in the north part of this state, in the Flinders Ranges.
Yep.
and we're going to build a wall around the back of a war memorial.
So is it just going to be like a limestone or just any kind of rocks, any like moss rocks? And
I'm not 100% sure on the particular geological makeup of the stones we'll be collecting. I'm not sure if that's pre-planned or will be planned at the time, but I'm helping.
Limestone, I reckon.
I'm helping.
Limestone.
Maybe, yeah. Yep, you could well be right there. But we'll be collecting the rocks, and then there's a stonemason who's signed up as well for Australia.
Okay.
To help make it, and we're just going to literally collect massive rocks.
Yep.
And build a wall, and there's a stonemason.
So what tools involved? Like, is that a wheelbarrow?
I imagine they're going to keep me. They're
going
to keep me the fuck away from the tools. I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not safe. I'm dangerous.
Just go off and collect the rocks, you fuck.
Yeah. Oh, it's possible they will say that. Yes.
Yeah. Dance, monkey boy, dance.
So I'm collecting rocks for Australia, and we're building a wall.
That's fantastic.
And that's what I'm doing on Saturday this weekend.
That's actually really good. It's
kind of one of those weird things. Someone goes, "Will you do that?" And there's no, it's obviously not paid or anything. It's just you're just doing it for Australia, as any gentleman would.
And when later on down in life, you're going to have a kid, and just go, I built that.
Yep, I helped build this not very big but respectable wall.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything like that.
What are you doing this weekend?
I'm going to get drunk and fucking knock your wall down.
You would as well. You would.
But, wow, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's my weekend.
So can you get a plaque on one of the rocks or the stones? Or?
I would never presume to have my own name on such a prestigious monument.
Okay, I'll give you an engraver.
It's I would never. But I'm sure it's going to be a nice wall, and you'll be able to see that. Maybe one time we'll tell you where it's... I'm not going to tell anyone where it is right now because I want it to be, in case it needs a bit little work.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. Yes. But, Kimber's a long way. So, no, that is awesome.
G'day to everyone in Kimber. Love your big galah.
Yeah, no, they do have a big galah. I've actually got a stubby holder, which it's actually halfway across Australia. That's their claim to fame.
Right.
Halfway across Australia. But
makes absolutely no sense because it could be from any angle whatsoever except for it's only... Yeah, okay.
Well, fun fact, the big things we've got like the big orange, the big banana, the big rocket horse, the big guitar, the big...
boner?
The big boner. Oh, where's that? In my pants.
And you don't need to travel far to see that one. No, it's right here.
Yeah. There is entry fee to ride it, though. It's Scotty's Motel, right? The big giant Scotsman on the Scotty's Motel.
Yes, he's a big, isn't he?
Started off the big things across the whole of Australia.
He is the first. So if you explain the experience, don't just explain what Scotty's is. Explain the experience of Scotty's to somebody who has never been to the northern part of Adelaide.
He's like a landmark. It's almost like when it's a motel and there's this big, massive, giant Scotsman, right?
When you say Scotsman, what do you mean by that? How's he dressed?
He's got his kilt,
the full fucking gear, some gear that you've never even seen before.
I know he's kilted up. He's got the mole's balls under his fucking kilt. No, they should do though, right?
And he's quite big, actually, isn't he?
He is fucking massive.
And so he's wearing the full regalia, bagpipes, the whole 9 yards,
whole
right?
Shit caboodle.
Who thought, what this hotel needs? A big fucking 15, 20... How big is he?
Fucking massive.
He's massive. It needs massive. A 15-metre Scotsman staring at everybody who comes down Main North Road.
Yep. For me, it was like one of those things where we're coming to the part where people actually have jobs.
So get your bagpipes ready. That's the message.
Yeah.
That's
but then
the
that
message.
kicked off for big stuff around Australia.
The bigs. And so name some of the bigs that you've been to, Biggie.
The big rocking horse.
The big self.
The big self. The big rocking horse. You try to rock it. Looks like you're fucking it.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually rock. We've got the biggest rocking horse that doesn't rock.
Doesn't move.
Nah.
But what I will tell you is, let's just say when in my younger years,
Yes.
I used to, as a young hoodlum, drive around to locations, and you're not allowed to climb the big rocking horse after hours, Biggie.
Oh, aren't you?
And no, apparently not. And
You didn't.
I certainly would never break the rules. But what I will tell you is, when I did go there one time after hours, accidentally, of course, just as an innocent punter wanting to go and see the big rocking horse, they have got galahs in cages there, like heaps of them, right?
Yeah, they do.
And they're trained to talk. And you know what they say? No. I'll call the police.
That is awesome.
I'll call the police. I'll call the police. Imagine, and it's dark, you can't see anything. And there is 120 galahs saying, I'll call the police.
Wow, fucking hell.
I think they were galahs. Some kind of parrot.
It was just an elderly person who couldn't get up. They'd broken their hip.
There must have been thousands of them then, because Jesus.
It was a bingo night. Well, we've got the big lobster as well at Kingston.
Big lobby, yep, he's a nice one.
Big galah at Kimber. We've got
the big pineapple. Is that in
that's Queensland?
Queensland. Where is that?
We've got the big orange in Berry.
Yes,
and
we're only thinking about the bigs really, because I can only name the ones in SA.
No, there's a big guitar.
There's a big koala.
There's a big. Oh yeah, the big koala heading towards Victoria.
Yes.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Craddock has the big Akubra hat.
Does it really?
It certainly does. And in fact, if you stand in the right angle, you can make the giant hat look like it's on your head.
That is fantastic.
Yep.
Is that also the home of the giant Molly Meldrum?
No, he doesn't. It's on a big scaffold, and he's not supposed to climb anymore. Yeah. Hey, Biggie, I think that's it. I think we're gonna. That's enough bigs for now.
Yeah, you're totally right. Hey, guess what I did last night?
What?
Stupid me, right?
Yeah.
I've got vintage Coopers. I've got several years of vintage Coopers. So I thought, okay, I'm going to drink the 2012, right? So I've got others. I've got 2 6-packs of the originals, 1998s.
Wow.
And I thought I was opening a 2012, but I actually opened a 1998 that I had in the fridge.
Oh.
And it's not officially 20 years because it's the batches are always October.
Right, okay.
So it's a 19-and-a-half-year-old beer.
Yes.
On a fucking school night. And best beers I've ever fucking had. A 19-and-a-half-year-old beer.
Wow.
It was just amazing. So
where had this one been stored?
Oh, in the fridge as well.
For how long?
Oh, it's good.
You had a fucking beer in the fridge for 20 fucking years?
Well, it's followed me, yeah.
So the fridge is turned off occasionally. You must have to move.
Oh, well, no, it's always been. So I've always had 2
You've
in there.
kept that's amazing. I've never thought I would never. That's definitely not true. You've kept 2 beers.
Yep.
Of all the times you've needed a beer.
Yeah, I know.
You've gone fucking. You've had a crazy piss night.
Yep.
And you've said, fucking, I need a beer and there's nothing else.
I know.
And you've left those fuckers there. Those soldiers.
Yep.
Standing there.
They're just going, yep.
And they were not taken out on the battlefield.
They were
for
not.
many, many years.
No, that's right. And I got given 2 6-packs. So these 2 of my original ones, and now I've got 2 6-packs.
See, there you go.
So
if you drink the delicious beer,
yes,
it gives back to you.
So I'm thinking in October it will be officially 20 years of age. I'm going to run a competition where us 3, so you, me, and a lucky Badcast listener,
wow,
are going to sit here in the. I'll bring it into the elephant, right? And
it's against the law.
It is.
But he's going to do it anyway.
Okay, we'll do it at my house.
Okay. Or in a park, maybe.
In a park?
Maybe the Forest of Dreams.
Forest of Dreams. Here we go.
This is going to be fancy.
And we are going to have a 20-year-old beer. So it'd be you, me, and a very lucky listener. So
maybe some vagrants nearby.
Yes. Yep.
We are in the Forest of Dreams after all.
Right next to the Cooper's Ale House. So
Indeed.
I'm just going to put that out there. So that's what I'm going to do. So this weekend I'm putting 3 in the fridge ready to go. So the other 2 are in storage at the moment.
Yes.
Keeping away from the elements.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right. Well, you know what, Biggie? Look, let's cut this episode off because we're going to go do something. We've got to eat a fucking chili extreme meal against each other. Well, we're not really. We're competing against ourselves.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let me rephrase. After tonight, 2 lucky listeners will join Liam.
Yeah. Look, we have to sign a waiver. I think the waiver says that we may shit blood tomorrow.
Oh, mate, it's a guarantee.
I think it's it's a worthwhile thing to do.
Yep.
To really destroy your intestinal tract
for
a podcast.
8 minutes. So let me just explain what's in there. I didn't know much about chilies, but Liam's told me these are the 3. So it's a Carolina Reaper.
That's your hottest little firecracker there.
Was it like a Trinidad or some shit?
A Trinidad Scorpion, I think it is. And I've grown that one.
Scorpion in the fucking name. That is not going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. It
and
says
the other
it's
one
going to
was a
sting
ghost
you.
pepper.
Yeah, so they're all really fucking hot chilies.
In a chicken tikka masala.
Individually, the thing about it, it's almost like a wash because individually...
Yeah, it would fuck you over.
Yeah, they're all going to fuck you over, but they're just mixing it together to get you fucked on all angles.
Man, I feel a peptic ulcer coming on.
So we're gonna we're just gonna cut this off because let's just get this over with.
I'm actually just procrastinating.
All right.
I've got my lantern.
This has been the Badcast, everybody. Hey, check out Big Al and me on the Breaker app.
Yes, I joined.
Okay, so
2 promises. I promised I would do it, and I'm now on Breaker.
You're a fucking the promise of him shitting blood will come true, boys and girls.
Yes, very true.
But we're on the Breaker app. My Breaker tag is @Podcast Fiend.
Ooh, okay.
And Biggie, what's yours?
It's just Big Al Comedy or By Gal.
By Gal.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Yeah.
On the Breaker app. Check it out. It's a cool app because you can listen to your podcast just like on a normal app.
It's amazing.
But also you can follow people that you like and see what they're listening to. You can like episodes, send them around to your friends.
That's what I love the most. You can actually send to your friends the ones that you're listening to.
Exactly.
How many times people who don't know podcasts will come along and go, "What did I listen to?" And then I go, "Listen to the Badcast."
Well, we're going to stop praising Satan with our corporatist agendas.
We're not even getting paid for this. This is the shit thing about it.
That's true.
We actually generally like the app.
That's right. So, we'll catch you guys next time. Yes. Big Al, you got any gigs coming up, or you want
to... as a big guy, I never really kind of plan for the future. And... but I can confirm, actually, I'll be heading to the Gold Coast for a gig coming up
fancy
in August.
Have a look at that.
Can't wait.
Travel from all over the world to see this stuff. Check out the details. Will be coming up soon. You can catch the Badcast on the Ozcast Network, ozcastnetwork.com. As I said, we're on the Breaker. Check us out on Facebook. We put things on Facebook.
We do.
Check us out on Twitter. We are very lazy on Twitter.
Yeah.
But if you follow us or tweet to us, we might start doing things on there.
Yeah, because we'll get a notification that people actually give a fuck.
Yeah, I think we've got how many? We've got fuck all followers on Twitter.
I know.
I don't even want to say how many. So we'll catch you next time. We're going to eat some fucking chili. This has been the Badcast. See you, everybody.
Help us buy more beers and sponsor us. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, or badcast.com.au. The Badcast is part of the Ozcast Podcast Network.
I wonder how much of this podcast we can keep in.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.